So nice to see you in person. I should note, though, there are still a lot of students that have not yet arrived. So you will be meeting more students, hopefully in the next week or so. Today, you are joining a cohort of LLM and SJD students from 41 countries and the US. In addition, we have students in our program who are exchange students and come from our various partner institutions. University of Augsburg in Germany, University of Groningen in the Netherlands, University of Bocconi in Milan, Italy, McGill University in Canada, and our newest partner, University of Bergen in Norway. Our US LLM students, those that already have a JD and are coming to do the LLM, will be arriving next week. So they will be having their own orientation next week. And then you will also have our LLM students, our international LLM students who started this past spring. In addition, our office oversees the Masters of Study in Law program, the MSL students. So all in all, today you are joining a cohort of almost 200 graduate law students at GW Law. And I think today marks the beginning of an incredible journey for you. One that is going to challenge you and inspire you in ways I don't think that you will fully comprehend. All of you are already accomplished in your various fields. You have professional experience, stellar academic credentials. And today I think coming to GW is a testament of your hard work, your dedication, and most important, your commitment to furthering your legal education. Throughout your time here, you're going to be exposed to a variety, an intricate variety of legal concepts, thought-provoking discussions, both within the classroom and outside, and real-world applications that are going to shape your understanding of the law and its profound impact on society. As I said, in this diverse cohort, you're going to find different classmates from different corners of the globe and the US. Each of you are bringing your own unique perspective and experience to the table. This rich tapestry of backgrounds will not only enrich your learning, both within and outside the classroom, but it's also going to foster an environment where cross-cultural dialogues flourish, where open communication is respected and valued, and you're going to broaden your horizons, and you're going to be able to look at complex legal issues from multiple angles. So as you delve into your studies here, remember that the pursuit of legal excellence goes hand in hand with a sense of responsibility. The knowledge that you're going to gain here in the short time that you're going to be with us at GW is going to empower you not only to excel in your careers, but also contribute very positively to the world around you. Whether you aspire to be advocates for justice, the rule of law and human rights, corporate legal experts, patent experts, policymakers, or law firm partners, your studies are going to give you the tools to equip you to make a meaningful contribution, and most importantly, a difference. So, a couple of words of wisdom. Be an engaged student. Participate in class discussions and in our law school community. Take advantage of all of the opportunities that are going to be available to you as a GW student, both academic, professional, and social. You are going to have long days filled with hours of study, but you're also going to have rigorous debates. You will have demanding assignments, but it is through all of the challenges that are going to come to you being a GW Law student that are going to make you a more stronger, more astute legal professional. So make the most of your time here. The faculty members who guide you are not just teachers, but they're mentors, they're experts, and our faculty are eager to share their wealth of knowledge with our students. Make use of them. Ask questions. Seek their guidance. Their insights are invaluable. Be respectful. Here, professors, though Americans guide themselves in friendliness and informality, here our professors are addressed as professor, or a dean is addressed as dean. You will get to know them as friends and mentors, but always be respectful. Our staff at GW Law are an incredible resource. You're going to come across many, many departments here at the law school. We're a big institution. I'm sure you noticed walking around the school today that the JDs have begun their journey with you. And the JDs are coming into law school for the first time, and they will be with us for 3 years. So all in all, we have about 2,000 students in the building. And we're one of the largest law schools in the States. And with that comes a very well-oiled administrative machine. You're going to come across the records office, the dean of students, the library, and of course our office. Make use of us, make use of the staff. We're only here to support and guide you and help you, so don't be shy. Drop by our office if you want to grab a cup of coffee or you just want to sort of pick our brains about something. Our doors are open, so please don't hesitate. And again, remember that all in all, this time is going to fly. Right now, May seems an eternity away, but the 9 months will fly by in an instant. So seize every moment. Washington, D.C. is an absolutely fabulous city to live in. I don't think I would live anywhere else in the U.S. It has got something for everyone, whether you like sports or culture or the outdoors. There's a little bit of everything in this city. And though it is the capital of the U.S., it is vibrant, it is cosmopolitan, and so international. One of my favorite things to do, if I can ever get out of the building, is to take a short walk down the street, because across the street are the World Bank and the IMF. And one of my favorite pastimes as I'm going for my walk is to hear how many languages I'm hearing as I pass by people. Try that. You'll be amazed at how many languages you hear that are not English. So Washington is fabulous. There, as I said, there's something to do for everyone. And within these 4 walls, there'll be a lot more to do. We have the Student Bar Association. We have student organizations. Each of you who are in your respective specializations are going to be invited to all the networking events, all the professional development activities that the Business and Finance or the IP or the International Comparative Law Program have, just to name a few. It is going to be hard to manage your time here because you want to partake of everything and absorb everything, but remember, studies come first. So manage your time. The first week, first month, as you will hear from our alumni next week, will be overwhelming. It'll be confusing. And sometimes you'll wonder, what on earth did I get myself into? Rest assured, every alum that has come before you has said the same thing to me, going, oh my God, you didn't tell me it was going to be this hard. I'm telling you now, it is going to be hard for the first month, but then it'll be smooth sailing, and before you know it, you'll be looking at commencement down the road. So my advice, my recommendation is enjoy it. Take part of everything you can that we offer you. Most of all, study well, study smart. Do not sacrifice personal well-being. Do not sacrifice rest and sleep and food. It is as important as going to the classroom. If you're not feeling good mentally, physically, or emotionally, you're not going to make the most out of what you're learning in the classroom. And you will be hearing that from us down the road as well. I will end again with a welcome. Really, really warm, sincere welcome. It's wonderful to see you all. You all have your schedules. It is a long week ahead for the next couple of days. We're going to be giving you a lot of information. And next week there are going to be events going on as well. I urge you not to miss this, because this is going to be your foundation for the rest of the year. So go to all of the events. If you're not sure about which program you want to be in, you thought you applied for international law, but maybe you want to try something else, go sit in on the classes you think you may be interested in, and then decide what you want to do down the road. Again, welcome. We're here. We're happy to welcome you as our students for the 2024-2025 academic year, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you personally as we go through orientation. And now I'm going to ask Sophia to come up and lead us into our activity. For you, all for you.
Okay, so we're gonna do an icebreaker because I don't know if you've gotten to met everybody, a lot of you. Are there any lunches happening? So we're gonna pair up and everybody is going to introduce themselves, say where they're from, and then you have to find one connection between the two of you. Not be law related. It's not that you're doing a master's in law, we all know. And it's not the specialization, it's nothing law related. So we're gonna give you like and then after the 3 minutes, everybody will go introduce themselves to the whole class and then say the connection between you. Got it?
want you guys to do one. A round of applause. Because without Sophia George, Andrew none of this would be possible. So they have been behind the scenes, getting you in, doing the visas, answering all your questions. And I, on my own behalf, want to say thank you, and I'm sure you will too. All right, Sophia, take it away.
All right, is everybody found something in common? Okay. So if you're a group of two, you can have one person stand up and introduce you both and say what you have in common. You just need name, home country, commonality, okay? We're gonna start front row, and then we'll weave our way up. Does that work? Okay, so either you guys everyone be quiet, be quiet. I don't have a microphone, please. All right. Okay, everybody pay attention.
Hi everyone. These are my classmates, Ayin and Maria. Ayin is from Kazakhstan. Maria from Argentina. I'm from the UK. What we have in common is that we all like musicals and we all sing talent.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. All right.
Nice meeting you.
Awesome. Next, we got these three.
Hi, my name is Olga. These are my mates, Ian from Shanghai, China. She's a LLM student at the IP program. And here it is Omer Akin. He's from Ankara, Turkey. He's a employee of the Trade Ministry of Turkey. And he's also master degree.
Yeah, we don't gotta
No
share
specializations.
specializations.
Yes.
We're all LLMs.
Yes, my name is Olga. I'm from Moldova. I have Moldovan, Romanian, so I speak Moldovan, Romanian, and Russian, as it's a former Soviet country. All that we have in common is that we are for the first time here in DC. Me and Ian, it's first time in America. So I think we'll enjoy living here, and what we have in common is exploring the city. And all of us, all of you, you're welcome to join us.
All right, we'll start second row. Oh, we got him started. Sorry.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yes, my name is Leo. This is my classmate friend Fatama from Turkey, and I'm from Shanghai, China. The things we have in common is we both enjoy food and exploring new stuff in the DC. So welcome to join us.
I am Abdul Kamara. I am from Sierra Leone in West Africa. I have my good friend here. He is Yasushi Okamoto from Japan. We both like sightseeing and traveling extensively. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice meeting everyone. And I try connecting with a lot of people. I have my friend Jean. She's a graduate student from Paris, and I come from India, from New Delhi. I practice as an attorney for 5 years. And things which we have in common is we both play guitar, and I am a sports enthusiast. She's also a sports enthusiast, and she plays volleyball. I am a marathon runner, and I play football. And yeah, and hope to meet you all soon.
You guys gotta join the music club. It's a music club. Actually, the LLM students started it, so you can join if you like music.
Hello, my name is Evangelos Munoz. I was born and raised
surprise. So yeah, I'm really always very excited. This from Mexico, but I used to be a host.
Hi, I'm Laura Estefan from Colombia, and this is my friend Selma that is from Pakistan. We both love to dancing and traveling and ice cream.
Right, hi everyone. It's so nice to meet you all. And pay attention to my friend. His name is Alfred, but he prefers to be called Saul, and he's from Colombia. My name is Saul, and I'm from Kazakhstan, and we both share in common the pronunciation of our names.
You guys, yeah, we'll sneak it.
Hi, my name is Bruna. I'm from Portugal and Brazil. This is my friend Jose. He is from Panama. We both have in common the good days because we're gonna do business and finance. Sorry, guys. We also speak Spanish. We love to travel and to go to the beach. That's it.
If you want to go start with you guys, and then we'll go into that room.
Hi everyone. My name is Özge. I'm from Turkey, Istanbul. This is my friend Sara. She's from Colombia. We are both studying international and comparative law. But this does not answer the question. We were talking about movies, and we realized that both of us we didn't watch the Star Wars series.
Me neither. Never mind. I don't like it.
Great treat.
Yeah.
But we will watch it this semester.
I like Marvel.
Star Wars.
How about Star Trek?
Oh,
No.
Nothing in the stars.
Okay, my name is Leona and this is Sebastian, and I'm from Norway, he's from Colombia, and we found out that what we have in common is we both like house music, and we're both the second born in our family.
So we can start with the third. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Kali, I'm from Sri Lanka, and this is my friend Renelle, she's from Jamaica, and this is my friend Jureshka, she's also from Sri Lanka. So what we have in common, we have three in fact factors we have in common. We really like spicy food, so rice and curry are preferred, and then we also like, we are very dog people, we love dogs, and also we love friends with the dog. Okay? Nice meeting y'all.
Hello, I'm Sampriti, India, and this is Disha from Nepal. I'm going to be really honest here. The more we spoke, the more I found out how different we are. Nothing in common. We're not just, maybe I should just come up with something because it might as well just work. But we did realize that we like to explore places, and we have small, I won't say small, but like medium-sized social batteries. like do a lot of stuff, but end of the day, we like to, I think, just sit down and watch a movie.
Recharge.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a little bit of everything. It's very vague, but yeah, we want to hang out, explore the place with everybody, and try a lot of things. Thank you.
Awesome. All you. Or whoever wants to talk.
My name is Sia, I'm from Paris, France, and here my friend is Ash, and she's from Turkey. The thing we have in common is that we like music. Well, she prefers rock music, but I prefer R&B words.
That's awesome. Thank you. We'll start with you guys, and then we'll go into that room.
Okay. Hi guys, nice to meet you all. I introduce you to Maro from South Korea and my friend Lucas from Germany and Maria from Colombia. We have in common
you guys, the row right in front of you. So starting, yeah, you guys.
Hi everyone, this is Jero from China, Aparna from India, and I'm Sonakshi, I'm from India as well. And what we have in common is that we're all from Asia.
Perfect.
So hi, I'm Kobe from Ghana. This is Samita from Dubai, India. What we have in common is she's from India and I want to go to
Hi everyone, I'm Jessie from Montreal. I'm an exchange student. Helen here is also an exchange student from Norway. Anya is also an exchange student from Italy. And Gilbert is an LLM from Mongolia. And what we found out, it was quite hard because we were four, but we all liked reading as a hobby. Fiction.
Hi everyone, this is Edith, I'm from Turkey, and let me introduce you my friends. This is Anya from Germany, and this is Adele from France. She's an exchange student as well, and what we have in common is we love traveling and volleyball, and they both like cooking, but I'm more into eating, so so nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Yun Hong. I'm from South Korea, and my friend is Lo Junhyun. His name is Kyung Dono. He's also from Korea as well. And actually, we don't have to find the common. All of us are working in common. Anyways, we are looking forward to it. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Arya. This is my friend David. He's from Mexico. I'm from India. The things we have in common is we follow Spanish football and we support the opposite clubs. And we both love Star Wars. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Rafael, this is Giovanna, Sofia, and Thais. We're all from Brazil, but we're from different cities, so we're meeting each other for the first time. And besides the country, another thing we have in common is that we really liked the water bottle that we received.
Hello everyone, I'm Ahmad, I'm from Iran. This is my friend Yeshi from Bhutan and Omer from Turkey. And it's funny that I figured out that Yeshi is graduated from the same university that I graduated for my first master's degree in the UK. So yeah, that was a common thing. We are very far from each other in home country, but we studied in same city in the UK. But he studied his undergraduate law, but I studied my first master's in Exeter. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, hi everybody, my name is Lisa, I am from France, and this is my friend Agnieszka. She's from India, and we both love to hang out and cook ourselves. Hello everyone, my name is Sadal. I am my friend Mathias. I'm from India and he's from Germany. We both like reading and hiking and Harry Potter.
Hi there everyone, nice meeting you. I'm Toby from Germany and I connected with Karina from Germany and Giovanna from Brazil, and we all like the beach and also Berlin for a city, and we like water. Thank you for that.
Hi everyone, I am Julia from Germany, and this is my partner Vidi from India. And we don't have a lot in common, but we have in common that it's our first time like moving out from our family's homes.
Hi everyone, I'm Uma. I'm from India, and this is my friend Tony from Germany. So we both like Jennifer Lawrence and yeah, we like Hunger Games.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Yishan from Taiwan, and I want to introduce my friend Ia from Georgia. We both use iPhone. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Zeliha from Turkey and we're my friend Herman from Argentina. We are both have one brother in common and we also really like The Office and Brooklyn Nine-Nine series.
Hi everyone, this is my friend Lisa from Germany, and I'm Juan from Colombia. And we have a lot of things in common. She's German, right? And I went to German school in Colombia, one. The second is that we both speak Spanish, two. We both like running, great. But the coolest part is that she went for her undergraduate degree to Vancouver Island, and I was born in Vancouver.
Hi, I am Patricia from Venezuela. And I'm pleased to introduce my friend, my young friend. We don't have anything in common, but we are
You're both in the back.
nothing, especially because he was born the year I was graduated.
Hi everyone, my name is Haider and I'm from Pakistan. This is my friend Hendrik from Netherlands. We both follow English football, but we support rival clubs, so that's something we have in common.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Philip and this is my friend Riva from Pakistan. We share a common appreciation for EDM music and similar movie genre. And because we have this tradition back in, not necessarily tradition, but we are smokers basically. Yeah.
You guys gotta go to a EDM house concert all together. Not me though. Alright, all the way in the back. Last ones.
Hi everyone, I'm Masi from Kenya. Stephanie is also from Kenya, and my friend Tehani from Costa Rica. We don't have a lot of in common, except we love drinking water, we love manners, and we have siblings.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Thank you everyone, that was fun. Now it's time to be a bit more serious.
Yeah, sorry.
So it is great to see everyone in person. If you joined all the online sessions this summer and read all of the emails from me, some of this material may be repeated, maybe you already know it, but it's all very important, so we want to make sure that everyone understands everything I'm about to cover. So this is pretty general information that applies to at least all LM students. Most of it applies to exchange students. After I go through this, we'll look at the schedule that you have to talk about what's happening for the rest of the orientation period. So just to start off with, let's look at your schedule now, because that makes more sense, because I'm talking about the calendar. Can everyone take out their schedule in their binder, and can I borrow someone's? Can I borrow theirs? So after this session, we have law school tours. We have 4 JD ambassadors who are going to lead 4 groups of students around the law school to show you all the important things to see. If you are in the National Security and Cybersecurity program or foreign relations, or you're very interested in that, you can go to Stewart Hall 201, which is just down the other side of the law school. And then we have 2 additional tour groups at 5 o'clock for those of you in the National Security program. So if you're not interested in that, we'll have 4 tour groups right after this session. If you go to the national security session, then we have 2 more tour groups after that. I hope that's all clear. And then we're done for the day. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, you're back with me 2 floors up from here in Lerner Hall 401. We have folks from IT coming at 11 to talk about the different systems that we have and where to log into to see what information. So that's a really important session. Then we have a nice lunch. And then we have, for the rest of the day, is a bunch of advising sessions. So how this works is, if you're in this specialization or you're really interested in that area, go to that session. You can go to multiple. If you're trying to decide between specializations or something like that, feel free to go to more than one of these. If you're one of these people who you're studying IP law and you don't care about anything else, just go to the IP session and you don't have to go to the other ones. Okay? And then we have more events on Friday. And then if you flip over your schedule, we have some more sessions such as strategies for academic success, mental health and wellness. That's on Monday. The Burns Moot Courtroom is immediately below this classroom. One thing I wanted to say, you'll see here the new graduate student welcome reception and student services fair is from 4 to 7. That overlaps with the mental health and wellness session, but that reception goes on for 3 hours. It's not like that amazing. So please please stay for the mental health and wellness session. There's plenty of time to go to the University Student Center for that university-wide event. Also on Monday, contracts, the daytime sections of torts and the daytime sections of civil procedure begin next week. Only those 3 classes. And then all the other classes start the following week, starting on August 26th. This is because those 3 classes are what the 1Ls have to take. And so they start a week early, and then there's a midterm and a fall break. So you're going to see on the academic calendar like fall break or something like that. That only applies to those 1-hour classes. That's a little confusing, right? Yeah. Shouldn't. I think the registration system says August 19th is the start date for all the classes.
No, it's that way,
That
because
particular
the
class?
other classes, the professional accessibility, everything is on next week.
Okay. Check your syllabus. Syllabi should have a schedule of what's happening like every class period. We'll talk tomorrow about how to access that kind of thing. But upper level classes should all start 2 weeks from now. The add drop period is through September 3rd. So there's a 1 week of all classes meeting where you can decide on your classes and make changes if you need to. If you go to the first course meeting and you decide you don't like the professor or whatever, you can drop and take something else. There are 2 holidays. September 2nd, that's Labor Day, and November 5th, that's Election Day. So university is closed on those 2 days and there's no classes. The last day of classes is right before Thanksgiving. That's on November 26th. And then there's the examination period from December 5th to 17th. The academic calendar, only look at the law school academic calendar because it is different from the universities. We start like a week later than they do and start earlier in January and stuff like that. So don't just Google GW academic calendar, do GW law academic calendar, okay? Especially if you're scheduling your Christmas, wintertime break, be sure you're looking at the right calendar. Any questions about the calendar? Yeah,
Michael,
yeah.
and the job, it means job is specialization or you can job course.
Both. I'll explain this.
So even I have attended one class for that course, and if I come like a professor, this is what I can do.
Yes. So yeah, what he asks is that if you attend a class, can you still drop? And the answer is yes.
During the first week, can I attend any classes I want, even though I did not register?
Yes, good question. I know everybody asked me that too. Generally, the answer is yes. So starting in September, if you're not registered for a class, you can't be sitting in that classroom. But during the add drop period, it is generally okay with the professor to sit in on a class as long as there is physically a seat available for you. If you're trying to decide between two classes, that is generally okay to do. Okay.
Do I have midterm exams?
Uh,
Which are the...
Good question. So the contracts, civil procedure, and torts have midterm exams only. And the other classes don't have midterms.
Doesn't matter the semester.
Right. Again, these three are the 1L classes. They're special. 1L's new JD students, they don't choose their schedule. They just get put in these classes. And they're different from the other ones. But you are welcome to take them. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. So I'm going to elaborate on all 5 of these, but basically to graduate, you need to complete 24 credit hours, have a 2.00 GPA or better, satisfy the LLM writing requirement, satisfy your specialization requirements if you're specializing within those 24 credits. And everyone must take fundamental issues in U.S. law and LRW 1 this semester. That's true for LLM and exchange. So 24 credit hours. The credit hour is generally 55 minutes in the classroom a week. F1 and J1 students must take a minimum of 9 credits in fall and spring semesters. So that is for visa reasons. You can't go below 9. Those of you who are U.S. residents, this doesn't apply to you. You're welcome to be a part-time student or this is only a visa requirement. Because if you're on these visas, you're required to be in the country. The reason you're in the United States is for this, so you have to be a full-time student. So you must have a 2.00 GPA. At the end, that is a C average. I will share this presentation with you. You don't have to. No, I think there's a couple of you. If this is your second LLM in the United States, then you're required to get a 2.67 on graduation. But for the vast majority of you, it's a 2.00. Okay, number 3, the writing requirement. So I believe that in May this last year, we had 6 LLM students not graduate on time. They all graduated, but they didn't graduate on time. And for 5 of them, it was because they didn't do this right. Okay? So please pay attention about the writing requirement. All LLM students must take at least one 2-credit class evaluated by a research paper of 8,000 words or more. The writing requirement does not apply to exchange students. Exchange students are welcome to take research paper classes, but you don't need to worry about this requirement. This is an LLM requirement. Or write a thesis. So if you're specializing, the research paper course must be within the specialization courses. I do recommend the second semester for this. If the class you really want to write a paper in is this semester, that's okay. We just recommend doing it your second semester, just so you have some more practice writing and English. So that's just a recommendation. And you can take more than one research paper class. Yes, you can. requirement is that you take that spring. Again, it must be I'm repeating myself because this is so important. It must be a 2-credit class. There is a 3-credit banking law offered this semester. That's not a class for this purpose. If you want to write your business and finance people, if you want to write your research paper in banking law, you have to take the spring version, which is 2 credits. Dumping a lot of information on you. Yes.
Question. For example, international negotiations.
Yes.
Like in our major, we can take a research paper that is not mandatory, for example,
Yes.
but in the international business transactions, it is mandatory to write a research paper. We don't have exam, like it was written in the syllabus. So we may write one single research paper, like that is for our specialization, or we can do 2 research papers for them.
Okay, this is a very good question. It's good that you brought up international negotiations specifically. International negotiations is a class that a lot of LLM students satisfy this requirement with. It's in business and finance law, it's in international comparative law. JD students can't satisfy the writing requirement with this class, and they would just write a 5,000 word paper. But so no one's going to tell you you have to write an 8,000 word paper. You can just take the class. If you take 2 research paper classes, and one of them is international negotiations, you can just write a 5,000 word paper in it, and then write the 8,000 word paper in your other class. That answers your question. So at the beginning of the semester, you need to confirm with the professor that you can satisfy the writing requirement with this class. A lot of you are going to take common classes. IP law seminar is very common for IP students. International negotiations, international business transactions. That's examples. But just confirm with the professor. Say, may I write an 8,000 word paper for your class to satisfy the writing requirement? And because the records office will reach out to all of your professors and say, did this person write an 8,000 word paper? And that professor needs to say yes. So we can talk more individually if this is still hard for you. In your advising sessions, starting with this evening or tomorrow, you can talk more about this with the program directors, about like what courses in your specialization are good for research paper. Is that pretty clear, everyone? Okay, as long as we're pretty clear. But we're also going to follow up with you via email and make sure everyone knows what they're doing and what class they're taking and everything.
Just something.
Sure.
This is not an extra credit. It's within the credits that we have to.
Correct. Another good question. That's a common confusion. This is within the 24 credits. So this is not extra. If you take IP law seminar and write an 8,000 word paper in it, that satisfies the writing requirement. That counts towards 24 credits, and that counts towards 14 from the IP program. So it's not extra. One option that you have, if you are not interested in the New York bar, because they don't allow this, but we allow you to also do graduate independent legal writing on a 2-credit class, and that's like an independent paper. So that's just something to note. Those of you who have no interest in the New York bar, you can do like an independent to satisfy this requirement. You would just work with the professor on a topic of your choice and write a paper, and then in that case, it is kind of extra. It's not within the class.
You can choose any major you want.
Yeah.
This is
a very small number of you may be interested in writing a thesis. In this case, you have to take thesis 1 in the fall and thesis 2 in the spring. So it's 4 credits of your LLM. A thesis must be supervised by a full-time member of the faculty. The end result is 50-page paper or 60-page paper. It's a very serious undertaking. Very few international LM students do this. But if you want to be a professor and you really want a thesis on your record, you can do it. The New York Bar does not allow these credits to count. So just speak with Dean Joshi and your program director very soon if you're thinking about doing a thesis. But again, most of you will not do this. Are we on time? Okay, we're doing okay. Number 4, you must satisfy the specialization requirements, if applicable, within the 24 credits. So if you're doing general LLM, you don't need to worry about this. But if you're doing a specialization, check your particular specialization requirements, how many credits you need to take in that field. And just check in the bulletin, go to your advising sessions, and this will become clear. So when you're going to graduate, the records office is going to check and see, did they take 24 credits? What's their GPA? Are they trying to specialize? If so, did they meet those requirements? And they'll check with your professor about your writing requirements. So you asked earlier about change of specialization. Everyone is free to change their specialization or to or from the general program through September 3rd, the add drop period. So add drop is for adding and dropping classes as well as changing specializations. And lastly, take fundamental issues in U.S. law and legal research and writing for international LLM students 1. Again, this is one requirement that's also true for exchange students, and this is in your first semester. So you should all register for these 2 classes for this semester. I looked earlier today at the registration and I saw like 60 people registered for fundamentals, and there's like 90 of you. So there's a bunch of you who still need to register for this class. The system has the cap at 30 for all sections of fundamental issues, but that can be raised, I believe, if any of you are trying to register for one and it's full. Let me know. Okay. Any questions about these 2? Yeah. So fundamental, sorry, I have a couple more slides. Fundamental is 6692. There's 4 sections to choose from, 1 online. LRW1 is 6692. There's 7 sections to choose from, 1 online. You can't register this semester for LRW2. You'll take that in the spring, though it is optional for all specializations and all LLM students, but it's required for the New York Bar. And you are welcome to take it for any reason. Sometimes you're trying to get to exactly 24 credits, and this 1 credit class helps. So even if you're not interested in New York Bar, quite a few students take LRW2. It's on different kinds of writing, so it's good.
Yeah. So shall we do the follows? That is the best way what we.
No, not 1 and 2. You can't take the first semester. You have to take fundamental issues in U.S. law and LRW1 in your first semester.
Yeah, I mean these 2 has the best way to do the folks in the first semester.
Yes, you have to take both of them in the first semester. So one thing about this just reminds me, everyone is welcome to take online classes. If you're on a visa, you have to take at least 6 credits in person. But if you happen to want to take an online class, you are welcome to. But again, the New York Bar does not allow online classes. But again, if you're not interested in New York Bar, if there's an online class you want to take, you can do so. Exam planning. Has anyone looked at the final exam schedule? No. Okay. That's okay. could pull it up, but why don't I do that? So here on the fall 2024 records information page, you'll see the final exam schedule here. It's really small. So these, not all classes have timed in-class exams, but some do, and if so, they're on this schedule. The registration system that you'd use to register for classes does not know about this. So you're responsible for checking and making sure that you're not taking two classes that have exams at the same time. Hopefully it won't happen to anyone, but you can take more than one exam a day. You may want to factor that in. That would make for a very easy day. You can't take, for example, you cannot take computer crime with Dickey and evidence with Brinkman because they have exams at the same time. Most of you are not going to have a problem with this. And you'll see those one-out classes I mentioned, civil procedure, torts, and contracts, they're all at the same time. So it just, in the middle of your screen there, it just says 1L day torts. So that's all of those, everyone takes it at the same time. So more and more classes have take-home exams instead. And that's something you do like over a 24-hour period, or they may give you a week. So there's, you may look at your schedule and see only 2 classes have actual like sit-down exams. So be sure to look at this final exam schedule.
They ask for the take-home exams. Is that also timed, or is it like within a day? It's like answer, or is it like
I think most of them are 24-hour period. So you do this all online, but you'll like check out the exam, and then within 24 hours you have to return it. But it's all in electronic.
But once you sit it, it's not like 1 hour exams.
It shouldn't be an hour. I think most of them are going to be 24 hours, or possibly even like the whole exam period they'll give you to do it. It's just one of these things to look at your syllabus about. There is a list of, that's the final exam schedule. There's also a take-home exam schedule list, but it doesn't say here what times. These are the classes that have take-home exams.
I'm concerned with, for example, that like say have 24 hours, but
like
once you open it, you
Yes.
have like 45 minutes to answer it, or you have 24 hours.
It'll be like once you open it, you have 24 hours to
answer the question.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it'll be like that.
On this say question, isn't it sometimes they gave us
Yeah.
the short-term course, what they call it, they give it us, and then we submit it on the alternative.
So yeah, most in law school, most of the exams are essay responses. You will have, especially those 1L classes, you might have a multiple choice part and then an essay part. A lot of your classes will just be a series of essays you have to write. Okay. So.
And what happens if we have the same, like 24-hour exam, the same day with the exam, like in-class exam?
Well, generally you choose when you take a take-home exam. So consider not taking 2 exams the same day, though you can do that. Courses evaluated by research papers, take-home exams, other means of evaluation are not on the exam schedule. So if your classes are not on the final exam schedule, they don't have sit-down in-classroom exams. long-term planning, you are free to go on winter break after your last exam paper due date. So where to get your books? There is, these links are active, so again, I'll share this slide with you. There's a 1L book list. There's also an upper level book list. We do have a GW bookstore, and you go online, type in your GWID, and it tells you what books you need, and you can order them and go pick them up from the bookstore. So you don't just walk over to the bookstore and buy them. You do it online. Yes.
Are they available at the library?
Some of them might be. And other classes will have course packets that you pick up in the copy center. Some classes will have online reading materials just available in your Canvas course site. So again, not every class has physical books that you need to buy. You are welcome to get your books, however, from other companies. Just make sure you have the correct edition number so that you have page numbers correct from your professor's assignments. And once you look at your course syllabus, your reading materials will be listed there clearly as well. So closed classes. I know some of you have already run into this and you communicated with me about it. Keep checking. Starting on August 23rd, the returning students have access to the system again to add and drop. They have an add and drop period as well. So if you see now that a course is full, keep checking, especially during that add drop week. There's not going to be that much movement before then because the JD students can't access the system yet. But on August 23rd, they can. Ask me, ask Dean Joshi, ask program directors for help. Do not just ask the professor, can I be added to your class? They don't have control over the number of chairs in their classroom and things like that. So always come to us, the program directors first, to ask, what is the situation with this class? It appears. Again, add and drop period is through September 3rd. And you can, we'll talk more about billing tomorrow morning, but you can wait until you have your schedule totally finalized before you pay your bill, because during add drop you may drop down the number of credits than what you paid for, and then you have to get a refund, and it can be a little complicated. So I recommend making sure your schedule is set, and then working on paying. The registration resources are all in one place. The fall 2024 page of the records office. So this is how to get there, as well as the direct link. On the records office page is a how to register guide and the schedule with course registration numbers. Again, I think there's some confusion about this. You have two options when you're registering for classes. You can either do the find classes function or enter CRNs. And you only need the CRNs if you choose to just type the numbers in. So if you're just kind of scrolling through, clicking add on the section you want, you don't need the CRN number. Okay. Any questions about all those registration? And most of you have registered, I think. Any questions about remaining about how to register? Or yes.
In case we have a research paper, right, give an examination instead of
No. How a class is evaluated is the same for all the students. So you can't choose. The vice versa is also true. Say I really want to write my paper on national security law. If that's an exam course, everyone takes an exam. You can't just choose to write a research paper instead. Opposite is also true. If it's a research paper class, you have to write a research paper.
How many research paper classes can you take in a semester?
There's no limit. You know, it's a lot of writing, so just think about your schedule and when they're due and plan accordingly. But there's no limit about it.
International negotiations and exam and the possibility to write the research.
No, international negotiations is only a research paper.
Only.
I think it might have some short writing assignments or something. But yeah, everyone in that class writes a research paper. It's just not everyone writes the 8,000 word paper to satisfy the writing requirement.
So maybe a silly question, but where do they find the reading material for each course? Because it's different syllable and just have like a brief description of the course. And
Yeah.
the course dialogue does not say the reading materials for each course. Where do they find?
Okay, so we're going. So I can answer that question if we have time. We have from 11 to 12 tomorrow. The IT people here to talk about these kinds of things. I did send out an email on Friday, all of you, with the subject is like law, accounts, and technology. And there's some information there about Canvas. So the short answer to your question is your syllabi are in Canvas. You go to the MyLaw portal, get the Canvas from there, and you can see the course page. Okay, so Fahed has a bar information session on Friday at 11. And he did some sessions over the summer about the bar information. But I'm going to talk briefly about it in terms of the course requirements. Yes, Byron. International Business Transactions Seminar is a research paper. Right. Yeah, there's actually two. There's International Business Transactions and there's International Business Transactions Seminar. So if you take the seminar, so yes, and in that case, you might choose which class you want to write the longer paper for. You may say, well, I'm going to take this seminar course in the spring, so I'll just write the shorter paper for international negotiations. That's okay.
I have classes in international environment law and international environment information.
Yep.
Both have research.
Yep.
Very, very good.
I think so. I mean, look at your syllabus and talk to your professors. The professor sets like the research paper length for all the students. So it's possible that in a class, everyone writes an 8,000 word paper. So just look at your syllabi and talk to your professors. Are you in environmental law? Okay. So at the advising session tomorrow, ask Deans Abate and Svensson about this, because they'll be able to answer your question. Okay. So again, briefly about the New York Bar, and there's a lot of talk about the New York Bar amongst you early in the semester, because a lot of this is confusing. I know many of you came into this program saying you're definitely going to do this. There's others of you who don't know yet, and you know, those of you who aren't sure, take the time to think about this individually. Not just, not all LM students need to do this. It's not the best idea for everyone. So, figure this out for yourselves, make an individual decision, talk to Fahed about it, whether or not it's smart. So I'm going to talk about the course requirements for it and just a little advice about how to handle this situation. So my way of thinking about it is, like I said, some of you know I'm taking the New York Bar after I'm done, and that's fine. If you aren't sure, there is a way to kind of wait. Take one of these classes your first semester, so that in January you'll know what you're doing. But if you're not sure, don't close the door to it just yet. You know, if you take an online class this semester, and then in October, you're like, oh, I want to take the New York Bar. Well, you can't. So that's the way I like to think about it. If you're not sure about things, kind of prepare yourself to make the decision later, if you can. Because the New York Bar does have stricter requirements than the LLM program does. And it means fewer classes in your specialization and some fewer opportunities. So for the New York Bar, you must take 24 credits of like regular in-person classes with regular meeting times. No independent research papers, no thesis, no journals, no clinics, and I mean no for credit. I mean, you can possibly like volunteer for a journal or something like that. But I'm talking about 24 credits of regular classes. It is possible to do an externship and still qualify for the New York Bar. That's something that Fahed can talk to you more about. And you must take LRW2 in the spring. You must take professional responsibility and ethics. That's offered both semesters. And at least 6 credits of UBE tested subjects. That's uniform bar exam. So these are kind of the basic law classes that are taught, that are covered on the bar exam. And within most of the specializations, you can still take the courses you need for the New York Bar. You know, for example, IP, if you take the 4-credit class property, that counts towards your specialization requirements, and it counts as 4 credits. International Comparative Law, Conflict of Laws, which is in the spring, as well as contracts. We sent out a message about this. So in these specializations, you can still qualify for the New York Bar. You probably have to take these classes. Any questions about any of these matters? Academics, registration, and so forth. Any questions?
For some courses, for example, legal drafting, there were sections that were labeled GW and Y. Could you explain more about that?
GWNY, or Gwinning, is a program mostly for JD students to take. They spend an entire semester in New York. So those classes are physically in New York, and you can't take them. So thank you for the good question. We've even had students ask, you know, can I go up there and take it? Can I get on the train every week and go take it and come back? And the answer is still no. It is possible for LLM students in business and finance to possibly participate in Gwinning, but generally that's a JD student. Those section numbers are 70, so it's always course 6 blah 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 dash 70, and you can't take those classes, at least not this semester. Yes.
I wanted to ask, in the third previous slide, did it say New York Bar means like, yes, no, one before, yes, no independent research papers, no thesis, is it? So it means if I want to write a thesis,
You can take 4 extra credits and write a thesis. You can take 28 credits. So, and similar to if you really want to take a 1-credit online class, you can take 25 credits. So the requirement is that you have 24 credits of normal classes. If you want to do anything that is in these categories, you can do that over, and you can pay more.
Yes, I see. But I mean, is it like so thesis is something that between me and the coordinator, so at least doesn't probably it's not going to overlap the time of study with the class.
Right.
Or something, so maybe. So it's possible, but for an extra thing.
Yes. Yes. It's yeah.
Fine. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
Good question, good question. I'll show you probably I think the easiest way to look at what your research paper options are, I think is in course catalog. So that link is here on the fall records information. It's the big one here. There is you can do these filters, and one of them is method of evaluation. So you see the different here: in-person examination, online examination, research paper, take-home. So click research paper, and you can even do your environmental and energy law. These are your options for this semester, generally. Again, you still always need to check with the professor to make sure that you can write the research paper for that class.
But generally, those that have credits generally have the research.
Yeah, there are 2 credit classes that are exam classes also.
Yes.
But for the writing requirement, it must be a 2 credit paper. One kind of weird thing is that international negotiations does not show up in this filter because JD students can't do that. But you can. So I have to get to Juan. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Andrew. I have a million questions, but I'm going to ask one. And I think you already touched on it. So the program says 24 credits. Can I pick 26, 27, or do I have any type of limit?
Generally, yes. If you want to take 25 credits because sometimes the math doesn't add up, and like you can't get to 24 exactly, you can take 25. If you're going over that, you should seek permission for it because we do want to make sure that you're not going to overload yourself. The billing is per credit though, so as long as you understand that you would have to pay extra for anything over 24 beyond what you're expecting.
Hi, Andrew. I want to know how can I know the externship opportunity?
That's we're going to have a lot of programming about externships and practical experience options. Fahed is going to introduce on Friday the LLM Bergenthal Inn of Court. So that is a series throughout the year about career planning and career options, and the field placement office, which helps students get credit for their externships, will also give presentations. So I don't have a short answer for you about how to find out what to do about externships because it's a big topic. A lot of students want to not just take classes, but also do something at the World Bank or something like that for credit, and that is possible. The short answer is we don't find you anything. We don't just go, okay, Jan, World Bank. That would be nice, but the short answer is you need to apply to positions and then seek credit for it. But again, we'll have much more information about that. Fahed can meet individually with people about what they're interested in doing and make recommendations. And so I would just say to just wait for more information on externships.
Something related to that. I read somewhere in the university page saying that school is also assisted in finding externships, or am I wrong?
We do assist in how to do it.
Yeah.
Fahed helps looks at resumes and cover letters, provides advice about informational interviews, all the aspects of doing it. The name field placement sometimes makes people think that we place students. That's not quite how it works. You still need to do a lot of work yourself to do it.
Sometimes I was just thinking maybe they are using here as a human resource, and sometimes they just have these positions that are ready for
Yes. There is a system called CORE that is a kind of a job posting board for law-related jobs that you all have access to or will have access to. So it's one place to go, and these are positions where, companies have sent to the law school and asked them to post. So, again, more information coming on all the career stuff. Okay, so, yes.
There are no classes with research-based evaluation by specialization.
We're actually doing litigation dispute resolution.
Yeah, and I would like to take the bar, so.
Okay. You're gonna have to meet with Dean Robinson about your course planning. She does individual advising. If you complete the litigation and dispute resolution specialization, that's the one example of you don't need to write a research paper. If you so she can clarify that. There is an advising session
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So you can talk to her about that. But yeah, if you specializing in litigation dispute resolution is actually no writing requirement, because a lot of those classes are simulation, and so it's just kind of it's a different program. So if you stick with litigation, you don't have to write it. Questions? Yes.
What's the difference between a regular class and a seminar class?
Yes. So many classes. Let's find an example. This was brought up earlier, so this is a good example. International business transactions. So all these classes are in the spring. And this is a pretty common class for a lot of international students to take in many different disciplines. So the International Business Transactions course, you'll see is 3 credits. It is evaluated by an exam at the end, and it's going to be mostly lectures from the professor. A seminar is 2 credits, evaluated by a research paper, and it's going to be a smaller class with more kind of discussion, give and take. So when it says seminar, it generally means that it's less lecture-based and more class-like participation and everyone sharing their experiences in the classroom. So almost every class that says seminar is going to be an option for satisfying the writing requirement. Just a note. Yes?
What if the class shows that it has 3, 4, or 5 credits? How do we know exactly?
It may change from semester to semester. The registration system, it's not your choice. You don't get to choose how many credits. It's one semester, it might be, like I mentioned, banking law. I'm going to bring this up again because this is pretty confusing. So those of you in business and finance, you'll see in the fall, banking law is 3 credits. And this is not an option for you for the writing requirement. In the spring, it's 2 credits, and it's a research paper class. So it is the same class. It's 6290 in both cases, but in different semesters, it's the different number of credits.
Or is it like the,
Sorry?
the material taught, are they don't seem,
Yeah.
are they different or the same?
It's the same. It's the same.
So why are they having?
It's
credits rather than
different professors.
Is it seniority of the professors or experience or?
I don't think there's a clear answer. It is kind of, this is an unusual situation that the course is offered for different numbers of credits. Most others, it's, clear no matter when it's offered. I know, yeah, this is another example. This semester, there's a 3-credit version and there's a 2-credit version. And I can't quite answer why. That means the 3-credit version means for 1 hour more. Yes. Yes. I mean, the exam will be longer. So clinics are generally something that LLM students don't applied to do a clinic the previous year, previous semester. So it's typically something that JDs do for second year. For LLM students getting the kind of hands-on experience, it's best done with registration. For the clinic in that case, it may be depending on what the student does and how much yeah, I'm not sure. You'd have to talk to you. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to the clinic. Ask if there's some way that you can participate or volunteer. If we do have LLM students in clinics, it happens. They're generally people with a previous LLM in the United States or some kind of experience in the United States. That will be valuable for the clinic. So feel free to reach out and ask your question and how you may participate. Yes.
So there's a pro bono requirement for the New York Buzz. GW offer any options outside of an extension?
We do. This is one of the questions that's better for Fahed than me. A couple things about that 50-hour pro bono requirement. It doesn't need to be done during the LLM. It can be done after. I believe it can be done even after you pass the bar exam. And it can be pro bono experience that you have previously in your home country. So it's not something that you should be panicking about right now. We do have a pro bono program that helps connect students with opportunities to do pro bono work. Yes, we have in the law school we have a pro bono program on this.
Is it something you have to apply for, or is that?
I'm not sure. I think they must have information sessions early in the semester. Lots of questions. So we will have a hard stop in 15 to 20 minutes because I want to make sure that people can get to the tours or the national security session. So take a few more questions. I do want a little break. Yes, I think she had. You were the one.
It's a method of evaluation. You see some subjects is examination, but when you filter and they do not reflect, when you filter the subjects, what does that mean? Do I have to give an examination?
Sometimes this system has mistakes. So that sounds like a mistake.
Like if you go for international law and Supreme.
Okay, international law in spring.
Yeah, this one, 6550. Yeah.
Yep.
You click on it and it says examination.
Okay, guys, can you stick with me for just a few more minutes?
Guys, a few more minutes, please.
We'll break in just a minute.
It is examination.
No, I think this is always an examination class. Yep. There are many other
But
classes.
this is not the case with international environment.
International environmental law is a research paper class.
But it says examination. For the spring semester, for the fall semester.
Oh, it changed. Oh,
It says examination.
I think this used to be a research paper. It used it. So
But right, asking for
ask him. Ask Peter. This could be a mistake, or it changed. I think it used to be a research paper class. Maybe it still is, and this is a mistake.
No, it's still a research paper class.
Okay.
But the system is.
Okay, I'll actually tell my colleague about this. Sounds like that's a mistake. Okay. I think we'll break here. So just to give you a chance to unwind or whatever. So again, national security, foreign relations, cybersecurity law advising is in Stewart Hall 201. That is down the hall. near where a bunch of you got lost earlier. Go back ways. Again, if you're in that specialization, you definitely have to go. And we have additional law school tours available at 5 o'clock. If you're thinking of switching to that specialization, you can also feel free to go. And the tours, all the tours start from where we had steps. So the Kelly Lounge is where we were earlier. Yes.
Oh, it's what's that? I see. That's what so that's what okay. All right, I'll be in my office when you're done. Nice to meet you.
Go ahead. I need your son. Yes. Lo hubiera metido todavía fue. Sí, es verdad. Si tiene
This is how it's going. It's fully
Pero sí, porque our friend Saúl from Colombia. From Colombia.
So she like she was more
Ja, genau, ich verstehe. 얘들이 나 너무
It's always
Recommendation, it is often two sections explaining all of the
Yeah, but I just want to chill more. Like, if everything else is like that's not
maybe that's another question. Cash arbitration.
You only have six.
I'll ask them.
I don't know what's that. It has to be like dress. Like professionals, because there's going to be so many professionals. And I was like, half of the but I want to I'm like, I don't want to be too I'm gonna join you. Okay, are we have you decided? Thank you.
Tomorrow, there is a general element of high school session.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe sit down. Yes, yeah, I don't know these things, but yes, I've heard like evidence. So I don't know all these things, but maybe like historical.
So can you ask her about the international nutrition?
Yeah, I'll ask about international nutrition.
Thank you very much.
Yes. How do I say that? Perfect. It's like that. I wanted to know that really.
It says examination.
Talk about my.
Maybe it changes. I'm just going like memory. Could change from semester to semester. Definitely, look at the course syllabus. That'll be very clear.
The general So after the general.
Yeah.
That's totally individual decision.
Okay, so we'll see that.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
I have heard of it.
Andrew, I'm gonna go down to the floors.
Okay.
You need to go now to see
Sophia should.
Sophia's, okay, all right.
Again, look at the syllabus for all three classes. See what it says. You're probably gonna have three papers due at the same time. So your time management skills will be really important. There's nothing that says you can't get that. It's just a matter of your. Again, just look at the syllabus and talk to them. Maybe during the advising session tomorrow, this will become clear to you.
Yeah, they should be all going down. Well, they're not gonna find the tour.
Well, yeah, good question. You won't get like a notification, but the first time you can pick that up is Friday. Is August 16th? Yeah, it's Friday, August 16th. So you should be able to get it on Friday. The University Student Center. It's on your schedule, actually. There's a little box at the bottom of the first page that says like key offices, and there's a part about you. And I'll talk about a little bit about that tomorrow.
And the other document I have that when you have free credit, offer
So you can't do it for the writing requirement. You can take a class, but you can't satisfy the writing requirement. It seems like a weird rule, but I've heard like, what I heard is like, we say no to the JDs, no to the LMs. So it's like a school-wide rule. Because JDs have the exact same requirement. They have to write one research paper, 8,000 words. Sorry.
rules are rules.
Rules are rules.
Thank you.
Jim? Nice to meet you too. So a credit is like 1 hour in the classroom a week. So if it's a 3-credit class, you have 3 hours in the classroom a week.
So it's online, that's true.
Yeah. And going to lectures is mandatory here. I know in many other countries, I should have said this today, but I know a lot of times it's like, what you're required to do is take the exam. But here you have to go to all the classes.
What's the first 2 hours? Is that 2 credits?
Yes. So you can even,
That's sort of confusing.
yeah. You can call it, I think you can call it a credit hour. That makes it more sense. Yeah.
Also, another question I had, if I want to specialize in environmental science,
That is not possible.
like I saw that from mandatory of 16. So for the remaining instructor fees, can I do credits, is the correct
Go to the advising session tomorrow and talk to GMA about these things. But my understanding is, so within 24 credits, it's not possible to do energy and environmental law and law. Maybe if you wanted to take 26 credits. Extra. It is possible to do environmental law and system reform. And also international environmental law and system reform.
Also, I can choose environmental law or international
Yeah,
environmental law.
so you could just switch to environmental law, and then you can do both. You just have to drop the energy part. But you can still take the energy you can still take the energy classes as part of like the electives part, the environmental. You're not banned from taking energy classes.
But from the environmental, no, special
Thank you.
So what is the tour?
Back to where we were, where the name tags were and everything. So just go out and go down. I'm going there. I'm going there.
Okay.
Wait, let me turn this on.